Good morning, students. Today we are doing the next topic, the human eye. So here you can see about human eye. First of all, I am showing you that it is the most valuable and sensitive sense organ, and it is a natural optical instrument, and the eye is nearly spherical in shape with a slight bulge in the front part. You can see here. So now by with the help of eyes, we enables us to see the beautiful, colorful world around us. And now we are discussing the parts and the functions of the eye. Now, first of all, we are discussing about cornea. So the front part of eye, it is covered by the transparent spherical membrane which is known as cornea, and light enters the eye through the cornea. So next one is iris. Just behind the cornea there is a dark colored muscular diaphragm which has a small circular opening in the middle. So you can see here in this animation. So pupil is what? It is a small circular opening of the iris, and pupil appears black because no light is reflected from it, and the dark center in the middle of the iris. And the pupil determine how much light is let into the eye. Again I am explaining you. So what is the role of pupil? Pupil is a small circular opening of iris, and it determines how much light is let into the eyes. So again, the dark center in the middle of the iris is known as pupil, and it changes sizes to accommodate for the amount of light that is available. So iris regulate the light by adjusting the size of the pupil. So let us see how iris regulate and control the amount of light entering the eyes. So here you can see that how it determine. So when the intensity of light is more, or you can say there is a bright light, then the iris makes the pupil to contract, and as a result the amount of light entering the eye decreases. So here you can see, and suppose in this case you can see that, and suppose if the light is dim outside, then iris expand the pupil and hence allow more light to enter. Again I am explaining. Suppose if the outside there will be dim light, then it expand the pupil and hence allow more light to enter. And the eye lens is a convex lens that is made up of transparent jelly-like material, and the eye lens is hard at the middle and gradually becomes soft towards the outer edges. So here you can see the eye lens, that is the convex lens. So after this you can see the eye lens. It is held in the position by ciliary muscles. You can see the ciliary muscles here. It helps in changing the curvature of eye, and the inner black surface of eye is known as retina. You can see the location of retina. It is a semi-transparent membrane which is the light sensitive and equivalent to the screen of the camera. So after this, the light sensitive receptors of the retina are called rods and cones. When light falls on these receptors, they send electrical signals to the brain through the optic nerve. You can see the optic nerve here. See, here we have mentioned optic nerve. So after this there is vitreous humor. Vitreous humor is the space between retina and the eye lens that is filled with the fluid that is known as vitreous humor. And what is blind spot? It is a spot at which the optic nerve enters the eye, and it is insensitive to light, and hence the name blind spot. So after this we are discussing about accommodation and power of accommodation. So here you can see the next accommodation of the eye. So the process, what is accommodation of the eye? The process by which the ciliary muscles changes the focal length of an eye lens to focus distant or near objects clearly on the retina is called accommodation of the eye. Again I am explaining you about accommodation of the eye. You can see in this video about accommodation of the eye. So what we have told here, what is accommodation of eye? Again I am explaining you. Accommodation means the ability to focus the eye on nearby and distant object. That is known as power of accommodation. Again, I am explaining what is power of accommodation. The ability to focus the eye on nearby and distant object. That is known as accommodation. So here you can see that the ability of eye to focus objects lying at the different distances. You can say far or you can say nearby. So that is known as power of accommodation. How does an eye focus objects at varying distance? See, when the ciliary muscles are relaxed, the eye lens becomes thin and then the focal length increases and we see the distant object clearly. Here you can see in this animation. So after this, yes. So now when the ciliary muscles contract, then the curvature of eye lens is increases and the eye lens become thick and thus the focal length decreases and we can see the nearby objects. So see, how can we see nearby objects? In brief, the adjustment of the focal length of the eye lens which enable us to focus an object situated at the different distances. Okay. So after this, least distance of distinct vision. See, near points or least distance or you can say distinct vision, it is the point nearest to eye which an object is visible distinctly. So for a normal eye, if we are talking about normal eye, the least distance of distance vision is about 25 centimeters, and however it varies with the age of the person. For example, for infants it is only 5 to 8 centimeter. So see, there should be 25 centimeter distance for the normal eye. The least distant of distinct vision is 25 centimeter, and for children 5 to 8 centimeter. We can say for infant. So now far point of the eye. The far point of the eye is which the normal eye can see the things clearly. It is infinite for a normal eye. Okay, here you can see for the normal eye. So now we are discussing about defects of eye. First of all, we are discussing about cataract. So what is cataract? Here you can see the crystalline lens of the people at the old age. Again I am showing you. Listen, again I am showing you here. Yes, the crystalline lens of people at the old age become milky and cloudy. Or you can say that there is a membrane on the eye lens. This condition is called cataract and this causes partial or complete loss of vision. Okay, and it is possible to restore vision through a cataract surgery. Okay, there is a membrane on our eye lens, that is cataract. Here you can see. So now after this, you can see that, yes, what is the range of vision? The distance between the near point and the far point is called range of vision. So see, so this was regarding human eye. Thank you.